me tell you what's really disgusting. Is having to, and I'm gonna say having to, because social media is everywhere, and I am really trying to detox myself from it. But having to look online and hear brothers like you, who look like you, who are handsome, who would be desirable, say it's disgusting that she's playing with her hair like that, and it's not her hair. And for that, I can't take her seriously.
No, I can't.
Because that's all she is a wig.
You can't love me if you don't love yourself.
And that is such an ignorant point. You don't know how to tell if a woman loves herself or not, because you don't know all these women. You don't.
So if I see if I can visibly see a woman,
if you see me doing this, that means I don't love myself. Maybe I'm just combing out the tangles in the wig.
No. If you're flaunting it and put yourself in a man's shoes. Put yourself in a man's shoes.
And here's the shoes that I'm about to say. If I would, oh my God. See, I can't have this conversation.
Yes, you can.
I can't.
Yes, you can. I mean, you're a lot more invested in the conversation than I am.
And that's the problem.
What's the problem?
You would rather talk about us and call us out than be invested in us. That's it, right there.
Is it me?
Not being invested.
Me having the conversation, me willing to have the conversation, is not being invested.
It's an investment for you because hopefully people will listen to this, but it's not. Is it coming from a place?
Wait, hold on. Do you not think that me recording this dialogue between us is going to, send a message to somebody like, hey, there's a light at the end of this tunnel. It's not all doom and gloom. We can come to an understanding. We can.
Even your choice of language, like a pet, that's disgusting. It's not all doom and gloom. If you don't like women who wear wigs or weaves,
that's not it. It's not about me not liking them. I like them. That's why I think it's disgusting that they don't love their real hair.
God almighty. Like, that's brainwashing.
That's brainwashing?
Yes.
How?
Because you think that if a woman is caressing some soft hair that's sewn on her head, she doesn't love her hair. Those two don't always go together.
The exception isn't the rule.
Okay, but what does it matter?
It matters because I'm a heterosexual male.
Okay, don't date her.
Okay, I won't.
Okay, problem solved then. Don't date her. Date the woman who doesn't.
So I should date Sangeet Patel.
No, that's you being an extremist. There are tons of women who have never put a wig, weave, bundle, crochet, anything in their head, and they are out there. And they caress the hair from their head like pets.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You can date them. But it's all just so the level again, like I said, whenever we initially had this conversation, if it doesn't serve you, then it's a problem. Because remember I said, maybe it's not a problem that it's a wig or a weave. Maybe it's a problem because if you're ready to go at 5 and she still needs 15 more minutes to lay her lace down, now that's not serving you. And you was like, yeah, like I want to leave. Like, why do I have to wait around for you to finish some hair that ain't yours because you don't love your hair? And it's just exacerbating one thing and trying to make it more than what it is. At the end of the day, it is just hair. And yes, there are tons of examples of how we were supposed to always hate this hair on our head. We were supposed to always hate it. And there are lots of times where I too have gotten frustrated. Natural hair is not for the faint of heart either, believe it or not, baby.
I understand that.
It's work too. So again, it just takes me back to we can't win for losing, the feeling of that. I'm talking to you straight out of emotion because I don't have any facts to back up any of this either. I'm talking to you straight out of a feeling.
We're having an organic conversation.
And the feeling is we can't win for losing. And we want y'all, and all y'all want to do is tell us how unsatisfied you are with us. All of us. Like, even before you started recording. If she makes 6 figures, what? She don't need a man. She's a man hater. She talks down to men. She's masculine.
I think those are those black men projecting their insecurities, though.
Okay. And if she doesn't make 6 figures, let's say she's finding herself. She's had to rebuild. She's a gold digger. She's broke. She don't got nothing. She can't bring nothing to the table. I'm not finna invest in nobody that ain't invested in themselves. I mean, you all forget that life happens and life can... I
do believe, okay, so what's the happy medium, right? Okay, so you said she makes it. Let's break that down so it can forever inconsistently be broke. No. I do think there is. So the whole argument with dating single mothers, right? Before the conversation became popular, I was always on some shit where don't date seriously. I always tell my single mother homegirls, I would always tell them, don't date seriously until your kids are old enough to no longer need a babysitter. That was always my key. You know what I'm saying? I think shit like that's a happy medium. Me personally, I would prefer not to date a woman who makes more money than me, but I don't mind it up to a certain point. You know what I'm saying? Like if you make an resort, okay.
Because you don't believe, you to your core don't believe that a black woman can make it.
It don't have nothing to do with a black woman.
But we're
talking about black women. Okay.
You don't believe to your core that a black woman could make a great deal more money than you and still love you passionately and allow you to leave.
I'm not. See, and that's the thing. It's not about love.
Okay.
It's about.
I believe we're capable of making more money than you all, and you still leading the home. Like, what does my money do to your masculinity? Nothing.
Yes, it does. It does. It does. It does. It's cool until it's not.
What is her name? Go ahead. Keep talking.
It's
a song that I love. Actually, her name is Jamila Woods, and she has a song called Betty, and I love that. It's one of my favorite songs. But there's a line in it that I'm thinking about. But go ahead. Finish what you're saying.
I said this. I've said this publicly in the past. it can be cool if a woman makes more money than you, and she can be submissive, and y'all have a functional home and all that good stuff. My thing is, I kind of draw the line because I draw a line because there comes a point where she may flex on you, maybe unintentional or inadvertently. It just becomes a flex.
Or you perceive it as a flex.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. Well, and I guess.
And she may still love you as much as the day is long.
And I think. We would have to even have that conversation, we'd have to have a whole different conversation about how people approach marriage and partnership and lifelong commitment, because we talked about this the other day. What was it? What was the of your soul? Talking about, even in his worst moment, she didn't leave him, and that essentially is what marriage is. So I think to even have that conversation about, she might flex on you. Yeah, we'd have to have a whole nother conversation about marriage. But I found the lyrics. Okay, yes. Jamila Woods, 2019, the song Betty. The verse is, what is it with you independent men? It's always something threatening your masculine energy. You think it's fleeting. Nothing you ain't give to me, I can take away from you. Now let me be. I'm trying to fly. You insist on clipping my wings. Like you have...
I need to hear the song now. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of verbiage. Is it an R&B song? Is she singing those lyrics? Or she's rapping the lyrics?
No, she's singing.
You got to send me the song. Okay.
But it is, first of all, I love that she said, what is it with you independent men? Which I think is a very fun play on words because, independent women have always been a problem.
You know what I said alone? I know for me, the turn off for me is the quote unquote boss chick independent type. That's always been a turn off for me. I'm talking about before the shit became popular.
Right, but for years, y'all been asking us, what are we bringing to the table?
I ain't been asking that shit.
Se,
but
again, we're talking about
them is fatherless bitch made niggas.
But that's not, I can't say that. You can't say that either.
I probably could.
You can't say that.
A lot of them is fatherless bitch made niggas.
Listen, there's a part of me that wants to fully lean in and agree with you on that. But since neither one of us can make that assumption, there could be some...
Can't back it up with statistics.
Yeah, there could be some great two-parent niggas that still say that dumb shit too.
With it.
I don't know. However, for a long while, and still today, it's, well, what does she have? What does she offer me? She wants all my money. Oh, well, now she's become this boss chick. And here's the thing. Everything is okay until it's out of balance. Everything is okay until it's out of balance. The same thing that makes you confident and self-assured out of balance can be also the same thing that makes you arrogant and narcissistic, right? Yeah. The same thing that makes me...
So I could be a provider, but I could be an asshole.
Absolutely. Anything out of balance can become a huge problem. So you kicked us so hard about not bringing anything to the table that we swung far to the left and said, y'all, we don't need y'all. We are boss chicks. We can do what we want to do. Yeah. So now we got to swing the pendulum and get back to the middle. But I understand extreme conversation, extreme clickbait, extreme titles are what sells, which takes me back to my original point. It's breaking my heart that it is so profitable to talk down on black women. It is hurting me. And I'm speaking just straight from my emotions. It's just hard. It's hard to see. It's hard to keep hearing because I have young black women who want love and they want love with black men. And they're great girls. I'm saying girls because they're so much younger than me. But they're great girls. And they're going to grow and be great women. And who's going to be there? Who's going to be there?
Black men who are hating them, right? That's what's
going to be. Or that it feels like, And it's always like I don't know why people get into relationships with someone that they want to make so many changes. Like you've heard, girl, like if you've ever watched the episode of Jerry Springer, she'd be like, when you met me, I was in a strip club. But now that you're dating her, she can't be a stripper no more.
Nope.
Don't date a stripper. And then you're good. There's bodies out there that have never stripped but look just like that in platforms and a G-string. So find her.
I mean,
we put ourselves through this unnecessary...
I get you shouldn't date a project, but I don't...
No. That too, but that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is don't date someone that you're going to suddenly mandate you're going to start picking through everything about them that you don't like.
Right.
Date someone else. If you don't want a woman...
Because you're going into it just looking for the bad.
If you don't want a woman to ever need you or ask for money, then you need to find out or find a woman who would sooner die than take $1 from you. If you want a woman...
So what should I... So I shouldn't date Sangeet Patel. I should just date a black woman who enjoys wearing her natural hair.
Date whoever you want. But your extreme example was to date a woman who has long brown hair.
Who has the hair that black women try to mimic.
But then your language behind that is crazy.
It's direct and literal.
Black women literally have straight or wavy. Like there's.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
You are not that stupid.
I'm not stupid.
You're not stupid at all.
A black woman naturally has nappy hair, just like mine.
Every black woman naturally has nappy hair. You're crazy.
It's not crazy.
That is so crazy.
It's not crazy.
I wish you hadn't said that.
It's not crazy.
That is so ill-informed. It's not. That's not true.
I grew up around black women all my life.
Right. I've been one all my life. And I've seen lots of black women who have different types of hair. That's why they have...
The levels, the 4 C's, 4 B's.
Like, do you think that there would be a 1, 2, 3, and a 4 if black women only had one type of hair?
But to most people on the outside looking in, i.e. men, it's just nappy.
That's sad. That is.